Malaysia kan?
15 seconds.
She is a producer, a director,
10 seconds.
a woman
Mic
of
on.
many passions and talents, an avid animal activist and a full-time landscape artist. She is Susan Lankester.
Great to have you in the studio, Susan.
What an excellent intro.
Did you like it?
I loved it. And I mean, having that clip from Mechanic was brilliant.
And it's so apt for today, right?
Yeah, that's, I should just charge them. They keep losing the lines. Seriously, I can make a lot of money. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for dragging yourself out of bed. Your eyes are barely open.
Yes, that's why I've got coffee next to me. But thank you for having me on the show.
Your big face in the 80s. I mean, let's start at the beginning then, all right? You actually grew up in an estate.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Yeah.
In Johor, Moi. My father was a rubber planter and oil palm planter manager of the estate, and my mum married him in Ipoh, Perak, and then he whisked her off to Tanjung Malim and then straight down to Johor, where I got born. Just went straight back into the jungle.
So your father...
So I became Mowgli for a while.
Your father was from England,
to the
yeah?
animals. Yes, he was.
Yes.
And my mum's from Ipoh.
And you were in the plantation, which is why you're fluent in Tamil.
Seri, Yen Pere Susan.
Did your parents teach you Cantonese? Were they speaking to you in Cantonese? Because you're fluent in Cantonese as well.
My
right?
mum's Chinese, so she always made it a point to say, in Chinese we always say, Mo be and hale, which is don't let people bully you. So, and she said, we live in a country, even then, that has all kinds of dialects, races, languages. You need to learn everything so that you can communicate with everyone. Even then she was teaching me that.
This was the 80s. Not that many actresses, I suppose, then, except Saloma and P. Ramlee. I don't know. I was a kid.
No,
in the 80s.
there were apparently. I had no clue at the time because I kind of got dragged in totally as a virgin in that sense because I couldn't speak Bahasa properly, fresh from boarding school. But Othman Hafsham, who I refer to as Mr. H, found me in a talent agency those days and auditioned me then and there, and I guess he saw something in me that I didn't know that I had and got me in for this role as Nina. And if you listen to my dialogue, I sound horribly Matsale. And it was basically learning my dialogue and him coaching me and then him just filming me just like that.
You hit a low point in your life in 1991. There was an accident that was very traumatizing. Can you remember what happened? Can you tell us about it?
What, I was in the accident?
Yeah.
I don't remember very much, honestly, because I was asleep in the car. Someone else was driving. But I'm really grateful to this day that, whatever it is, we got out alive, because I still have the scars on my face and my body because I refuse to do anything about them, because it's a reminder of life is too short and sometimes you can just be taken away even when you're asleep. But what happened was that the car was whacked by another car and it spun and hit a tree, and my whole body, because I was asleep in the car so I wasn't wearing the seatbelt, this is why seatbelts are really important, I literally was projected to the windscreen and my face kind of like smashed on the windscreen and my body smashed on the dashboard and then went back down. And I woke up in hospital wondering what was going on, and then passed out, and then woke up again when I was on the operating table and people were pulling glass out of my face.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This
Morphine is really good fun, by the way.
I'm sure it is.
How old were you when this happened?
I was doing 2+1 at the time. So what? Early 20s, sort of mid-20s, around that time.
Lancaster Designs.
Yes.
How did that come about?
My mum has green everything. She can grow anything, anywhere.
Taugay.
Literally anything.
Right.
I suppose that comes from my father as well, because he studied agriculture before he came to Malaysia to become the manager of oil palm and rubber estates, and he grew his own groundnuts and blah, blah, blah. So I guess both of them together have sort of like instilled this sort of greenness in me, but unfortunately I don't have that talent of planting and growing stuff. But she can start it off and I can continue it. I know she'll teach me how to nurture it. And it's sort of become a tiny little business where sometimes when people say they need, their garden done up or whatever, I have a crew of couple of men who come along and we can do stuff. We go to Sungai Buloh and get stuff for clients, etc., etc. And it sort of spun off to a tiny little renovation
It started
company as well.
as a hobby with you?
Ish.
Yeah.
Hobbyish for friends, and then
Okay.
sort of, you should make this a business. I think.
And you're pretty busy yourself, but you make time as well to
think
talk
it's-
about, animals
Oh,
and
yes.
to advocate for animals. Tell us a little bit about that.
There's something about having a voice for those who don't have voices, and those are the animals. And I think in Malaysia we need more animal activists because we have so many animals, and one is adopting them is one, and two is look at them on the streets. I mean, the poor things, and I hate it when the pound comes in and grabs them or does whatever it is that they do to them, which is heartbreaking. But I would love if someone would come up to me and say, here's a lot of money, do what you need to do for all your charities. The first thing I would do is go to somewhere like Paws, whom I support, and give them a huge piece of land and build up proper shelters, because the other ones have a lot of supporters, but Paws don't.
And you're also doing a brand new movie now.
Yes,
Take Me to Dinner.
It's written by Gavin Yap, directed by Gavin Yap. It's an indie, but we have an amazing cast. We have Patrick Teo, Yuen Ng, Thor Ka Hun, Ben Tan, Michael Chen, Jia Wei Lu, myself, Kinwa, can't remember who else. I think that's about it. Small cast, compact, but it's solid. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but it's really solid.
And thanks so much for being here with us, Susan, today, and
Thank you for
sharing
having me.
this, sharing your life story with us.
Thank you very much.